And I was like, what?
Kat has been talking about this kind of thing for years. He was right about Diddy and he was right about Weinstein, which he discussed with Theo Von. And Kat keeps going, talking about how Hollywood runs in patterns, a revolving door where conformity is enforced.
A ritual is something that you do over and over and over again a certain way. If part of the ritual is wearing a dress, then we should be able to look through entertainment and see all of these people being made to wear a dress. That's what a ritual is. Whether they're white or black, that doesn't matter. There's not other jobs where this is a requirement.
Theo Von then asks about the dark forces in Hollywood.
You know, I've heard you kind of allude to the fact that there's like kind of darker forces that kind of like present opportunities to people in trade-off, right? In trade for their own, maybe their own peace, maybe their own reality, maybe a sacrifice of their actual direction that they want. Do you think that really happens, that kind of stuff?
I think everything is controlled and regulated.
You think there's ever ways where we can get to the control room and see who's controlling, or you think that's all?
We're past that. We don't protect the whistleblower. We don't honor the scout that would tell us who it is. Matter of fact, when they get him, we're gonna go, I could have told you that was gonna happen. They're telling too much truth.
That description that they're telling too much truth is well documented. Think about everyone the industry has smothered or gagged, from Mel Gibson to Courtney Love and Rose McGowan.
You know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Right.
And I formed a bunch of opinions about the town and about the people in it that were like, surely that couldn't be. A whole place can't be like, you know, Weird Town, you know, where the stranger wanders in and all the people are in the bar and they all shut up when he looks at them and they tell you don't go into the house on the hill, and it's like that.
Throughout this conversation, given that Kat has made himself pretty vulnerable, Theo was clearly thinking about whether any of his own stances are putting him at risk. Check out these next questions.
Did you start to worry any about your own safety and stuff? Because it seemed like you really had some moments where you're kind of, you know, almost channeling truths into. Have you ever faced that in your own life where people try to come at you for offers like that? Do you think that like stars get offered that kind of thing, like to compromise themselves sexually for entertainment?
Again, the things that we are discussing exist in each of the fields, not entertainment exclusively, politics, religion, science, everywhere, right? Some of this is human nature.
But Kat isn't just diagnosing the problem and telling the truth. He's now building something sealed off from it because decentralizing away from Hollywood might be the only way forward. He bought Fort McClellan, a former military base in Alabama, 3 million square feet across 90 acres to be his own studio.
I just needed to be able to have a home where great movies and entertainment product could be made without any of the shenanigans that are generally involved with Hollywood, that all it needs to do is be good. If it's good, we're gonna make it.
Okay, but Jim's a mid-tier comedian and Kat's a self-described outsider. You could dismiss them if you wanted to, but Ben Affleck is a AAA actor at the epicenter of where this all goes down. And his longest interview of 2025, not 60 Minutes, not the New York Times, it was Theo Von, who hadn't even seen the movie Affleck was there to promote. You can hear the moment it dawns on Affleck that he can actually speak up in this podcast, especially since the media had been blasting him for being contrived and shut off.
So wait, so who is the accountant? You can't tell us.
No, it's me, right? I'm this guy's accountant, and he kind of was, trained us.
This movie.
You've seen the first movie, right? This is the second. You saw the first one, me and John came out like 8 years ago.
Because Theo accidentally ripped away the PR scaffolding and prepared talking points, Affleck opened up and what he had to say was a huge surprise.
Like the currency of like fame in and of itself as a desirable thing. Like people go, man, I want to be rich and famous. Like, take rich.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Famous is not gonna make you happy. I think a lot of times what happens is if it doesn't come with a real sense of like achievement or accomplishment, it actually feels hollow and empty and like bullshit and undeserved. There's things I don't love about this business, a lot of them. You know, it can make you kind of crazy.
Then he pulled Britney Spears into it as a case study, a real example of how the celebrity destruction machine works in practice. Follow somebody, antagonize them, and then sell the footage of them falling apart.
The idea is like, follow somebody around, antagonize them, and then hopefully they'll have like a nervous breakdown and go crazy on you, and then your video will be worth more money, you know?
Yeah,
I really had a lot of empathy for Britney Spears because I remember that it seemed like the cycle of having people harangue you and yell at you and hassle you and follow you, it kind of seemed like that itself was kind of whipping up the whole thing into a tizzy. So that's the first time I thought, this is kind of a weird kind of unintentional, I think, culturally, but kind of collective cruelty, where what's taken out of